was stretching to reach the fire. The woman was caught in the dilemma. What to do? To wake the husband? To save the child? What should I do, O God? And the devotee, she closed her eyes and she said, God, you tell me what to do. She prayed, and the devotees, the child was protected by the hands of God himself. The husband got up at the correct time simply because of a wife's devotion, dedication, and loyalty. This is the dharma, this is the duty, this is the teaching of a wife. Tonight we will see that the Queen Mandodari is going to exemplify or show very nicely how it is the wife will perform the duty. It is said that in all scriptures, of the 5 great women mentioned, Mother Anasuya was one, Sita was the other. Here tonight we shall see Mandodari, the queen of Lanka, being the third. She continues to say to him, O my master, why not go and bow your head at the feet of Ram? Give back Sita to him, ask forgiveness. Then, give over, hand over your kingdom to your son, and let us both go into the forest and worship, meditate upon this God. When she asked the king to bow his head, devotees, that is one meaning, that bow your head. But the inner meaning, the deeper meaning of bowing at the feet of Ram means that, O my Lord, says the queen, destroy your false pride. Show humility. Try to deflate that ego in you. O my master, bow your head to uphold Dharma. And above all, in bowing and surrendering to Ram, you will be reminded of the beautiful chaupai which says, Kahangi sahaja priya bhajan vichari jagat sovat saran tumhari saran tumhari Rama saran tumhari jagat sovat saran. Surrender to God. This is the meaning of bowing that head. Give back Sita to him, so that you will be able to win his grace and mercy, my master. Hand over his kingdom to your son. Disconnect all material ties. Have no desire in your heart, my master, and to prepare to meet our Creator and Maker. Because if we think of him during the last stage of our lives, as promised in the Gita by Lord Krishna, we are sure to merge with that Supreme once more. This was the advice given to the King Ram by his beloved Queen. Do you think he will take the advice of all these? Or is he not going to take it? Shall we find out? dharma here tonight, the king stands for the opposite. And so she's trying to bring him back to his reason, to his full senses. But the Ravan devotee is lost because of lust and desire. And as is told by a great saint, that there was a lady whose husband tried his best to buy him a very expensive necklace. He saved his money, and on his anniversary he bought his wife a necklace for 300 rupees. Let us say $300 tonight. This woman, this wife, was so happy that wherever she would go with her husband, she would keep the necklace on the neck at all times. But the only time she would take it off, devotees, is before she goes to sleep. And she will not put it anywhere except underneath her pillow. One night, she went to a party. She and her husband. When she came home, she forgot to take the necklace out of her neck. She slept with it. When she got up in the morning, she began to look under the pillow. There was no necklace. She walked back to the place where the party was held the night before, searching for the necklace. It was not to be found. She started to ask the neighbors, "Where? Have you seen my necklace?" Nobody has seen. And devotees, she would go all over, trying all sorts of things to find where is the necklace. She could not. Until one day her sister came from another town and said, "What are you crying for? Why are you so sad?" She said, "I'm missing my necklace which has cost me 10,000 rupees. She raised the value of it, you know. The sister laughed. And she found it strange. I am crying here, I am in problems or trouble. My sister is laughing. So the sister said, "Okay, hold on a minute." The sister went inside and brought a mirror. And as the sister held the mirror in front of the one crying, she saw the necklace. She said, "Oh God, what a fool I am. I had it on the neck all the time." You see, devotees, this sister is like the King Ravan. He has everything in front of him, including that queen, but because of lust, he is afraid to look at himself inside. Until we do not get that mirror to see ourselves, that reflection of God to tell us whom we are, or what we are, where we have come from, why we are here, how we should live here, and where we should go from here. Until that mirror does not come in front of us, we will be in ignorance like this king, driven by lust, driven by power. The queen is telling him, "Oh my Lord, Sri Ramchandraji is so merciful, so loving, so kind, so good, that he loves his creatures more than himself. Oh my master, Ramchandraji says Goswami Tulsidas is such a gracious God." He even went further to say that even the tiger, which is the most ferocious of all beasts, if a person were to stand before a tiger with his palms joined together like this, submitting himself in front of that tiger, even the tiger will be prepared to forgive him. Much more God, who is so kind and is so compassionate. In this way, devotees, she continued to tell him that you have conquered all that you wanted to. You have done so many great things. Why don't you take my advice? Will he listen, devotees? Do you think Ravan will listen? Let us find out. O my Lord, the Veds, which are the oldest books in the world, teaching man how to live. The Veds mean book of knowledge. Holy men, including the saints and sages, they have all said, my Master, that when a king or any person reaches the fourth stage of his life, he should leave all connections with this material world and go into the forest to meditate upon God. The Queen here, devotees, is teaching Dharma. What Dharma? The Varna Ashram Dharma, the four castes and the four stages of life according to all scriptures. This four castes and four stages of life are the 8 pillars upon which Dharma is built. There are many people, devotees, who seem to feel and think and comment that this caste system was responsible for lots of problems in the world, especially in India. It's a very debatable topic that has both good and bad. But the very people who condemn this system, when the caste system operated in India, they were still wild and barbaric people. I refer to the Romans. While India had a civilization millions of years in existence, the very people of Europe who condemned the Indian caste system were wild people. Now, the caste system, devotees, is present even today. Tonight, I will not deal with this much longer, except as the Queen has pointed this out, that now you have reached the 4th stage of your life. The 4th stages, devotees, are, let us for convenience say 100 years is the span of life. The first 25 years is the life of a student or the brahmachari, where you spend the first 25 years of your life as a student. The second 25, when you enter the stage of the householder, the grihastha ashram, the most important stage. The third stage of retreat, when you actually prepare yourself for leaving all material possessions. And the 4th stage, the stage that the king had reached, the stage of total renunciation, when you have no connections with this material world, you now, as was done in those days, go into the forest to worship, to meditate, to contemplate, and to think of your God. Because indeed, again, it is mentioned, whatever thought you have in your mind at the time of death, this is what you will become, O man. The queen is even thinking of that statement that she's telling the king. Let us go to think of God, so that when we die, we will be with God. We don't have to come back into this earthly existence of birth and death. Is the queen telling the king anything wrong, devotees? In case you might be wondering, in Trinidad, when we reach the fourth stage of life, which forest we go to? I'm not advising anybody to go into the forest, because first thing they might say you are a burglar, second thing they might say you come to cultivate marijuana. Do not think of going into the forest. Sadhana for modern man. Today, you don't have to leave your house. You don't have to leave your place of work. You don't have to leave your daily life that you live. Sadhana is a 24-hour process. You can be sitting right now and doing sadhana. You can be driving your car, you can be sweeping the house, rocking the child to sleep, giving the child a bottle. You can be wrapping anything, goods, clothing, anything. Picking flowers. Sadhana is an unending process. In those days, that was the custom. Today, you can do it in your daily life. The queen is telling the king, "O my master, let us go and worship him," meaning God, the creator, the preserver, and the destroyer of this universe. The one in three and the three in one. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Devotees. The queen is advising the king to worship God. Why? Because she knows from God we came, and to God we should try to go back. She speaks to this king again, devotees. Will the king listen? Let us find out. Renounce all worldly pleasures, my Lord. Give up all your connections in this material world. You see, devotees, the queen understands, very important to her Lord and Master, is now that he is in trouble, she must do the right thing. It is a duty of the wife, devotees, to anticipate, to know in advance her Lord and Master. I remember one day I was in Bulu Trace, that's not far from here, and in the temple in Mohesh Road, which is about half a mile away, there was a Bhagavad Yagya going on. The reading had started for the morning session at 9:30, and there was this old man, a crippled old man, being put in a hammock, and when the Pandit began to chant the Bhagavad Quran, this man began crying devotees. The wife saw tears coming out of his eyes. She went straight to him. She sat next to the hammock. Touching him by the hand, she says, "Why are you crying, my lord? What is it?" He wiped the tears, devotees, and pretended that nothing was wrong. She said, "No, something is wrong. What it is? Please tell me." The old man could not contain the tears from his eyes. He wiped it again, and he did not speak. The wife knew something was wrong. She called the neighbor's son. He said, "Beta, tell the mommy to lend me all your box cart, the one is full water in." The boy went and brought the box cart. She got a pile, two bags sewn together. She placed it as a mat in the box. She took a sheet and spread it over that. Then she brought a pillow and put one by the head, and then she brought another and put it by where the foot would be. She called the same little boy, and after cleaning the old man, dressing him, lifted him up and placed him in the box cart, tied an umbrella over the cart, and the old lady barefooted in the sun, hot pitch, pushing that box cart. Where? To the place where the old man wanted to be, at the Yagya. She knew what the old man wanted. As a wife, she did exactly what she should do. This is what the Queen Mandobhi is doing to me. As a wife, she knows, as we will see a little later on, what is coming. She's taking precaution. She's trying to bring reason into the head of the King Ram. And she says to him, "This Lord, my master, whom kings give up all possessions to seek, whom saints and sages spend birth after birth, trying to realize in a dream. This Lord, whom yogis meditate upon for years to get darshan of, this Lord has come. Why? Let us find out.
Guru
you take my advice, O my Lord, this Lord who has come today, he has come to bless you. Are you going to open the door and receive him, or are you going to reject him? The Queen is telling the King loudly that the God in the form of man, the seventh incarnation of Lord Vishnu, Sri Ramchandraji, that mirror of your soul is here showing it to you, showing it to let you realize yourself, my Lord. Are you going to reject him? Are you going to throw dust upon the mirror? Will you take my advice? If you do, my Lord, then my union with you would last until the end of time. Devotees, the Queen pleads with the King Rama. She begs him. It reminds me too that right where you are sitting tonight, there used to be an old wooden house there, right in front of this box here, where an old lady who came from India used to live. She was like a grandmother to us because we were living right next door. And that lady reminded me so much of wifely virtues and duties that when the old man would go down to the garden to work not far from here, and when it was 5 o'clock, 5:30 or so, she would leave, having prepared meals and everything. She would leave and go by the road, and she'd be watching like this. When will he come? When will my Lord and Master come? And when she sees that he's coming at the entrance there, she will take the tools from him and then bring him here. He will sit on the step. She would bring water there for him to wash his feet and hands. She'd give him a towel to wipe them. Then devotees, if the place is hot, she will take, she had a soup, and she would fan him. Then she would invite him inside, have something to drink, come and eat, and while he is eating, she will stand there until he's finished with everything that he needs extra in little bowls. When he's finished, he'd wash his hands. He used to smoke. She'd make sure his cigarette and matches were put for him. He would relax. Then if he leaves any food in the plate, she would eat that. Today, that appears to be nonsense. But that is pativrata. You don't buy that nowhere. When you have that type of dharma, then the courthouses will have to close, because our people will not have the need for lawyers to fight any divorce suits. When we throw those dharma away, and this is modern day, 21st century we're living in, we want the own way of life. Daras, Falcon Press, where's the next two they are? Well, you know better than I do what it is. I don't know them because I don't see them. From time, what? Dynasty. One of these days it will make hypocrisy. That is what is robbing us of our dharma. We bring it in their homes and let the children follow that stupidity, filling their heads with nonsense. And when things go bad, I have a wedding, my daughter is getting married, big brand, 3 and 4 orchestras, tassel,